What a full house. Looks like more empty, full.
It's on, it's hot.
I can talk. Wow. Can you hear me? Yes. There, all right. This is like high chairs.
Yeah, there's a little...
You know?
We need a lower one?
No, this is good.
This is good?
Yeah. This is like climbing mountains, man. Sorry, no kids there. Keep swearing. Let me take my glasses off because I can see you now.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. All right.
Yeah, so welcome to Richmond. Have you ever been to Richmond?
My first time.
Oh, this is your first time?
First time Richmond, Virginia.
Yes. Have you been able to do any sightseeing, or did you just come straight here?
I arrived late last night, and first thing I did was had some beers. I thought, what a nice sight this is.
So you said you came in. Where did you come from? Where is home?
Home is in Santa Monica, California.
That's nice.
London. And Hawaii.
Hawaii?
Yes.
Yeah, so you have 3 homes? Oh my gosh, that's incredible.
No, the 3 homes. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, okay. Whew. You had to go in there.
Sure.
So you came on here and already speaking like Aaron from Eastbound and Down.
Well, thank you so much for coming. Aaron, yes, that was an amazing show to do.
Yeah, it was amazing. And it was, I think it struck a lot of people as surprising when they've seen you in other roles as timid and quiet. And then here's Aaron. Every other word is a cuss word. And
yes, F you, F this.
yeah, so like, who approached who on that role?
See, what happened, they put me on a camera for an audition, and I was the first one up, and so I forgot the whole page of dialogue, and the guy who was doing started laughing. So I turned on to him, I said, what's so fucking funny? He said, you skipped the whole page of dialogue. I said, who fucking cares? And he said, you want to start all over again? I said, I'll fuck it up again. I said, he said, so what do you want to say? I said, what the fuck you want me to say? I said, I've blown up the audition. I'm going to go to Hawaii. Thank you for having me. So what's the name of it? He said, Eastbound and Down. I said, fuck Eastbound and Down. I'm going to go to Hawaii. So I walked away, and the guy's, following me with the camera, and he's still talking to me. I said, listen, stop following me. I blew up this audition. So what the fuck you want me to do?
Yeah,
so I said, leave me fucking alone. I'm going home. Another audition bites the dust. Good luck with this one and done. So my agent calls me next day. He says, you got the job. I said, you're fucking kidding me. And he said, but they want you to do Mexican accent. I said, no. This is what they get. He said, come on, go and do Mexican accent. I said, tell them to hire a dialogue coach.
Yeah,
I said, this is it. So when I went to Puerto Rico, that's where we were filming.
Okay, so you filmed in Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico, and Will Ferrell was there, so was Danny McBride, and all McKay, who wrote all these movies and all that, and they said to me, you were fucking so funny. The minute we looked at you, we made up our mind. He said, we're going to use you. I said, what happened to the other ones? He said, we already made our minds up.
That's incredible.
So this is what happens. When you fuck up, you get the job.
So is that your career advice to everyone?
Well, exactly. Fuck it up, and then who knows?
That sounds like a perfect career
Of
advice.
course it is, but then again, it just happened once. Because that's what they were looking for, a fucked up guy.
Did you know that's what they were looking for?
I didn't know that, but this is what I did, I made it. I made Aaron, obnoxious, rude. Nobody he doesn't take a crap from anyone. That's how,
Yeah, did you, after doing the works that you have done, Were you like, somebody's actually paying me to
Swear and curse and be obnoxious. And I said, how nice this is. I said, that's great. Why can't I get more roles like that so that I can fuck it up and get paid?
Has there been anybody like is everybody who's asking you to audition now, or are they just asking for Aaron now?
No, they haven't. They said he's fucked up guy, so leave him alone.
They just assume that
No, I'm just
they're scared.
kidding.
They're scared.
Kidding. I'm just kidding. You know, But I did Star Trek after that. You know, and I've done a couple of Star Trek movies after that. You know,
A couple little films.
Yeah, not as little as me, but then they were little. But then again, in my mind, I'm 6'5", and one day I looked at the mirror and I said, "Mirror, mirror, who is the tallest of all?" And the mirror didn't answer me back. And I said, "Mirror, I've been fucking talking to you. Why don't you?" And he said, "I heard enough of your fucking garbage. You are one of the biggest liar I've ever come across. So you're not 6'5". Who the fuck are you kidding?"
That's a horrible mirror.
No, that's the mirror I talk to. It's not horrible, but I'm just kidding. Carry on. These guys are going, he's really fucked up.
So you want to take some questions from the audience?
Yes, after that, well, come on, let's have some questions.
Let's take some questions. Anybody want to step up to our microphone? If you do, throughout the as we're talking, feel free to step up to the mic and
Yes,
and ask
please
some
don't
questions.
be shy. I'm not going to bite you. I'm not going to hurt you.
Yeah, so
Maybe I'll swear at you, but then again, you can ask me the questions.
So you mentioned Star Trek, but you're one of the few people who've done Star Trek and Star Wars
And Doctor Who.
and Doctor Who. You're one of only 2 people in the world who've ever done that.
Who's the first one? Who's the second one?
Simon Pegg.
Yeah, that my buddy. And I said, I've got one up on you. I did another show for BBC. I've forgotten the name of the show. Jeez, he's got a short memory, man. I don't know, it'll come back to me. And I told him I've done that. I've got one over
You've
him.
also Transformers?
I did Transformers.
Yeah, so I mean, that's another blockbuster.
Yes, you know how that happened? I was in Chicago. I was doing another movie for Michael Bay's company. So I met him at the party, and they introduced me to Michael Bay. And I said, "Michael," I said, "Deep Roy." I said, "Nice meeting you, Mr. Bay." He said, "Call me Michael." I said, "Thank you, Michael." He said, "What are you drinking?" I said, "Drinking cranberry." He said, "Let's put some Grey Goose in there." I said, "No, man, no." He said, "No, let's put some Grey Goose in there." So I drank Grey Goose. And he said, "I'm writing Transformers 2. Would you be interested?" I said, "Of course, Mr. Bay." He said, "Call me Michael." I said, "Sorry, Michael." He said, "It'll be a cameo." I said, "Sure." That's that how it happened.
So you just being at the right place. So you didn't tell him to F off? You didn't get
I know. But then but I didn't. I told him to F off.
So you just have to make sure that you're either super nice to Michael Bay or just tell people to F off, and that's how you get jobs.
I don't say F off to anyone, except on Eastbound and Down.
And it worked.
Yeah, it worked, yeah. He's waiting.
Yeah.
He said, he's waiting for me. He's going to shut your...
I'm getting
And I
pictures
listened.
taken.
Hi.
Sorry, she's taking a picture. Hi, nice. I'm very excited to meet you.
What's your name, sir?
Hardeep. I'm from
Hardeep,
Birmingham,
yeah.
in England. So,
From England?
Yeah,
What
from
part of England?
Birmingham. So,
Birmingham?
Yeah.
Oh, I like Birmingham.
Yeah, I know you do. I've lost most of the accent. So I'm very excited to be here. I'm trying to think up a question.
Well, keep thinking while you're talking.
Yeah.
Don't think and talk.
So, what's your favorite subji? What do you like?
What's my favorite subject?
Subji.
What's my... Oh, you mean, what's my favorite... I know.
I threw you off now, right?
I know, but that threw me away. What's my favorite? When you said sabji, I said, sabji? That's vegetables in Indian called... What's your favorite vegetable?
So I was going to ask, how did you get started? Where did you begin? Because, it seems like, some people work for it, and you've mentioned you've been obnoxious. What was your start?
How was my what?
Your start.
My start? Oh, sabji. No, no, I'm just kidding. What I started, my dad wanted me to be an accountant.
Yay.
And because my dad was a pretty successful business person in Nairobi, Kenya. That's where I was born.
That's where my parents were born.
You see?
Both of them.
That's where I was born.
Yeah.
And I grew up there till I was 4'4". I was still growing up. But then again, my dad spent a lot of money to make me grow taller. And I was 3 feet 8 inches tall. And I grew up to be 4'4". And I was like 14, 15 years old, 15, 16. And I said to my dad, Dad, you've done so much for me. You spent so much money on me. And, I feel I am 6 feet tall. And Dad stretched some tears, said, come and give me a hug. I gave him a hug. He said, off you go to England for further education, so you could be an accountant and come and run the business, be my accountant. So I was a 16-year-old kid, went to England studying accountancy, 2 years, passed in taxation, failed in company law. You got in accountancy, you have to take everything on one go. If you fail one, you take the lot. 2 years of that, I said, boring. So I gave up that, and my dad said, now what? I said, I want to join a drama school. So I went to drama school. Gave that up 3 months. I said, boring, can't learn anything. And my dad said to me, now what? I said, I want to be a comedian. He said, that's a joke. My dad said, that's a joke. That's how I started. I started in stand-up comedy. And from stand-up, I met a manager. I got the first job. Did a Peter Sellers movie, Pink Panther. Before that, I did a television, New Avengers, with Joanna Lumley, since you're from Birmingham.
Yeah, I remember.
You remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, so since you're from Birmingham, and I did that, and then I did Doctor Who, the third, and the fourth one was Never-Ending Story, and then Star Wars happened, and then things started rolling.
Thank you.
Did I answer your question?
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. It's
Yeah, but then again, the subject threw me away. I was going, what the freaking is he talking about?
So what is it? What is your favorite?
What's my favorite subject?
Yeah.
Oh, my favorite one is, they call it garbanzo beans here.
Okay.
And we call it...
Chole.
There you go. You fill in the blank. We call it chole in our,
Or chickpeas called it here as well.
That's the word I was looking for.
Yeah.
Not chicks, chickpeas.
That's one of my wife's favorites.
What,
Chickpeas.
Okay. Yeah. And not the garbanzo beans. Yes? So chickpeas are, no, I'm just kidding. So that's what,
Well, now I know. Thank you.
Plus, I like Dahl, especially Ronald Dahl. He wrote Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
I was like, I don't know that one. But okay.
Yeah, Ronald Dahl. No.
Yes, I do. He's from Birmingham as well.
Ooh, he's from Birmingham
Yeah,
too?
he is.
I didn't know that.
I think he is. I might be wrong, but I think he is.
Yeah.
They made me read him a lot in school.
So what brought you to Richmond, Virginia from Birmingham?
So I met my wife in college. I work in IT. She works in the medical field. We lived in Birmingham for a while as a couple, but because her skills don't exist, she works in administration. They didn't exist there, and I work in IT. So it made sense for us to move here rather than retrain.
So how long have you been here?
We came over here September the 10th, 2001 into Boston. About 9 hours before a plane got hijacked. So, interesting story, but yeah, that's what happened.
That's
so,
2001?
Yeah.
You were on the plane?
No, not on the plane.
Oh.
We just flew into Boston. So,
Oh, that's when they hijacked the... Yeah, that happened in 2001.
Yeah.
I know,
it
did.
was 2001, right?
Yes.
I'm getting old now.
Yes. Yeah, it was 2000, August, September 2001.
And we came in September the 10th.
Oh my God.
Fun times.
I know. Well, thank you for your asking the question.
course.
You know
I'm
that
very excited to meet because I've looked a little bit into your background. I don't sound like a creep, but I know you're from Nairobi. My parents, my father did something similar. He went to London from Nairobi. Same, my grandfather sent him, but he went into be a mechanic, and that's a career he made. He ran his own business.
That's good. That's great,
Yeah.
man.
So it's kind of similar.
Well,
but-
thank you for asking me
Of
that
course,
question.
yeah.
What's your name? Hardeep.
Hadib.
Yeah.
Everyone calls me H, even my wife, because she can't say my name.
H. You the man. And thank you for Birmingham.
Thank you so
Thank you
much.
very much.
Yeah, so you mentioned Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Yes.
So for that, they actually digitized you.
No, they didn't.
No.
Carry on. Sorry. I'll answer. Yeah.
So-
carry on. Sorry.
But they used your likeness over and over.
I always do that. But then again, no, I'm just kidding. So what happened was, so when I just done Big Fish with Tim Burton,
One of my favorites.
and my first movie with him was Planet of the Apes. And then he called me, he said, you would be interested in Big Fish? I said, sure. He said, a couple of scenes. I said, sure. And he said, you'll be playing a clown. I said, sure. And I went to Montgomery in Alabama. That's where we were filming. When I went to Alabama, he said, I've changed my mind. I said, what? It's not going to happen. He said, no. You're going to be in the whole movie with Danny DeVito because he's your boss. You are his lawyer. And I don't want you to act like a clown, but you want to act like a lawyer as a clown. I said, that's funny. So I did that. He said, no comedy, nothing, be serious. So that's how that Big Fish happened. And when we finished that, he said, I want to sit and talk to you. And my next movie is going to be Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. And I want you to play 4 Oompa Loompas. And I said, sure. He said, I don't like the script. This is in 2003, round about in August. He said, but if any work comes, don't turn any work down. Take it. I said, sure. And he said, I'll be in touch in September. I'll let you know. I said, sure. So come September, he calls me, and he said, you got any work lined up? I said, no, I was waiting for your call. No, I'm just kidding. And he said, okay, let's sit and talk. So he said, you could be playing 4 Oompa Loompas. He showed me the pictures. I said, great. And we met in Viceroy in Santa Monica. And we're sitting and talking, and he just had a son. He was a month old with Helena Bonham Carter. So he started showing me his pictures. And I said, that's cute kid. I said, what's his name? He said, I haven't named him. And he said, any suggestions? I said, well, you call him Richard Burton, And he said, I don't want my son to be called Dick. I said, okay, Tim. I said, why don't you call him Timothy Burton Jr.? He said, I don't like my name. I said, okay. I said, why don't you call him James? He said, the middle name has to be Ray. I said, why don't you call him James Ray Burton? And you can call him in J.R. He said, J.R., no, Larry Hagman is my good friend. I don't call him J.R. And I said, okay, why don't you call him William Ray Burton? He said, I like that. So he named his son Billy Ray Burton. So when he finished that, and he said, you'll be playing 4 Oompa Loompas. I said, okay. He said, it's going to be shot in London for 1 year. I said, great. He said, what passport have you got? I said, I've got European and American passport. He said, great. At least we don't have to get you the visa work permit in England. So I said, turned around to me. I said, it's going to be a SAG movie because I'm not going to work on British Actors Equity Association. He said, no, don't worry about that. And so off I flew to London. I went to London. He said, I've changed my mind. I said, it's not going to happen. He said, no. You'll be playing 7. I said, okay, 7. He said, but other 6 are going to be wearing your masks. And they dance around with you.
Ah.
So I said, okay. So they couldn't find any 6 people in proportion. So they brought in the dancers. They were all Indian dancers in England.
Oh, okay.
Brilliant dancers. So they picked 7. I danced with them, but I'm not a dancer. And they were amazing. So when we finished that, I turned around to him. I said, this is not going to work. He said, why? I said, A, you got to send them to school. B, you put my mask onto them. They look down. The shot is going to be spoiled. So it's not going to work. He said, now what? I said, I'll do it myself. So he gives me high five. And he said, I got to give you a camera test. I said, give me a camera test. I said, why? He said, I want to make sure you keep a distance between you and you. Equal distance.
Right.
I said, why is that important? He said, Oompa Loompas are like a regiment. They all do things precise, no comedy. He said, pick up a song that's not in the script. So I picked a song called It's Not Unusual to Have Fun with Anyone. Tom Jones' song.
Yes.
It's not unusual to have fun with anyone. So I picked that up. So I went 7 times this way, 7 times that way. When I did the first 7, he said, come and have a look. I said, no. Let me finish the other 7. He said, why don't you have what you've done? Why don't you look at the 7 you've done? I said, no, I just want to finish the whole thing. He said, please come and have a look. I said, no. Then again, I would change. Let me do the other 7. So I did 14. He said, are you going to have a look at it now? I said, yeah. So I looked at it, and he said, what do you think? I said, it's okay. I could have done better. And he said, no, this is great, man. And he said to me, why did you pick up Tom Jones' song? I said, that's my favorite singer. He said, that's a good friend of mine.
Wow, so did you...
I did meet him, and Tom Jones came on the set, and that made my day.
Wow, that's incredible.
I know, so that's what... And then we were talking if they digitized me. They did it for the background. There are 10 cameras in a dark room, and I'll do the whole song, and they multiply me in the background. In the foreground, I did individually myself. And there's one song, Mike Treavy song. Mm-hmm. He hadn't done. I said, have you found anything for Mike Treavy? He said he doesn't know what to do. I said, I want to be a rock band. He said, I like it. He said, sit and talk to John August, and you decide. I said, I want to be a newsreader. I want to be a talk show host. I want to be chef. So, and plus I want to be a rock band. He said, you play any instrument? I said, no. And he said, so we got to teach you how to play the drums, the guitar, and all that. So that's how I learned all that. That happened.
So can you actually play now, or did
I can, but then that's just for the, for the movie.
Right.
You got to make it right,
Right, yep.
So I can't play anything except I can do this.
No.
There you go. He understands what that is. Do you? If I do that, can you dance? No? Oh, come on, man. Make my day. Come on, make my day, man. Let me do this. If I do that, let me see you dance. Well, I do all the time, man. Oh, thank you. So that's what happened, on the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. The rest is great, man.
So if you were 7 Oompa Loompas, did you get paid 7 times?
It's not about payment. They looked after me.
Okay.
They did. It's not a question of payment. It's a, they looked after me. I got well paid. I did. I did. But 7 times, no, wish I could. But then again, hey, it's all good. It's always all good.
So you mentioned being able to meet your favorite singer, Tom Jones. Is there still anybody, an actor or another performer, a singer, that is one of your favorites that you haven't been able to meet yet? I mean, you've been on.
You know, I met Clint Eastwood. It's amazing. I love to work with Clint Eastwood. Make my day. I'd love to, But then again, people ask me, what other part would you like to play that you haven't done? My answer is, I'm going to be a villain, and I'll give a good run to Bond. James Bond.
Yeah, so you're a Bond villain.
Bond villain.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
Yeah.
I think so. I think I could see it. Can you guys see that? Absolutely. So who do we?
Show me your money.
So who do we need to contact? Who do we need to contact for that?
I don't know. Michael Wilson.
Possibly, yeah.
But I don't know whether he still does or not.
So what do you think about the? I don't know if there are rumors, internet rumors or whatever about Idris Elba possibly being James Bond in the future. Do you? Have you seen any of his other bodies of work? Are you familiar with them?
Future James Bond, me?
No. Idris Elba. Are you familiar with him?
No.
I'm gonna.
I'm
you
just
you almost
kidding.
had me.
No, I'm not. No, the Bond. Are we talking
Yes.
about Bond?
Yes, Bond.
Yes. I got you. Am I familiar with the other Bond stuff?
Yes.
No, I'm not, no. To be honest, honestly, no.
Right.
But I've done all the movies. I've seen all the movies. I'm a huge fan of Sean Connery. I worked with Sean. Amazing guy.
Man, you've worked with so many people. It's
Man,
amazing.
Yeah. Sean Connery, 6'4", man. The Scottish accent. Great, man. That was great. I was on Outland working, and funny thing happened because we were doing Outland, and the director put him up, and they weren't ready for him. And he said to Peter Hyams, was the director, and he said to me, Peter, in a Scottish accent, I can't do. Get me down. He got him down, and he said, when you're fucking ready, you call me. I'm going for lunch. He walked away. He walked away, yes. And the other time, I was on a set, and they were filming Never Say Never Again. We were doing Star Wars movies, the same studio.
Right.
And Kirsch, who was the director, Irvin Kershaw, he said to Irvin, he was fiddling with the background people, and he says, yes, Sean. He said, when you're fucking ready, you call me. And he walks away. He said, I'm going on lunch.
That's his line.
Yeah. Yeah, that's his line.
That's his line.
Yeah, I'm going on lunch. You call me when you are ready.
It should be on a T-shirt.
Yeah.
Again, as I said, your credentials are just amazing. But you've done stunt work. You started doing stand-up, comedy, television, movies. Do you have a preference on which one of those you would rather do? Like if somebody said, "Hey, I have a project. I'm thinking of it, but I just want you to be a part of it." What do you think about these ideas?
That's a good question. You know what I like to do? I want to have my own show. I love food, wine. I want to call it Deep Into Food and Wine. I want to do Anthony Bourdain type of thing, and which is like I go to Michelin star restaurants that I want to do. Plus I go to villages, his show was called Parts Unknown. I'm going to call it Parts Known. No, I'm just kidding. So I want to do that. It's in the works. It will happen.
Oh.
And plus, another thing I want to do is I want to play genie. And I want to call it bad genie. But then people will go, he's going to do something bad. But I want to call it genius genie. This genie is a crook. He takes advantage of mafia. He robs mafia. He parties. Girls, glow, and everything. He's got a freaking big mansion. That's what I want to do. Genius genie.
Genie's genie.
Genius genie.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I like it. I'm a big fan of the possible, food show, traveling show connections as well. I'm a huge fan of those shows. What is your favorite type of food that you've stumbled upon? Not necessarily that you're familiar with, but that during your travels that you stumbled upon and you were like, this is some good stuff.
You don't stumble on food. I love Italian food. I can eat pasta in the morning, in the afternoon, but then again, I stopped eating pasta because, I know I can't go that way. I don't want to go that way either. Otherwise, I'll be doing commercial for Michelin tires. But then I don't want to do that. But then again, since you asked me that, Italian is my favorite food, but I love sushi. I love Indian food. I love Korean food. I love all kinds of food, all kinds of cuisines.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of sushi as well. Obviously, with that seafood is amazing.
I see food and I eat it. That's what it is all about. Seafood and eat it. I love seafood too. Yes, I love it.
What's your go-to drink?
Go-to drink? Go and get one. No, I'm just kidding. What's my go-to drink? I love red wine. I collect red wine.
Okay.
I love wine. I love champagne. I love a good French champagne. If you want to drink, my palates are used to having good stuff. Otherwise, don't drink. I love beer. Now they're going to say, well, little fucking drunk over here. I'm not. I enjoy. So people are quiet. Aren't you guys bored? No?
No.
Ask me a question.
Yeah,
Make my day. Come on.
Come on, step up to the microphone.
Come up to the microphone. At least they'll stop me talking. Come on Sir? Yeah.
All right.
Go ahead.
Hey, my name's Blake.
Boyk. Hey, Boyk. What's up, dude?
Not much.
Not much? Either me. Okay, question.
I was just wondering if you'd talk a little bit about your Doctor Who episode.
Who?
Your Doctor Who?
Yeah. Doctor Who. Okay. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Doctor Who. Yes, Doctor Who. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, just like any memories or anything of like cast, crew, anything.
It is. You know what? They had a dummy, and me, and people wouldn't know who's the real one. That was funny. People get scared and all that. All of a sudden, he's a ventriloquist. How do you say that?
Ventriloquist.
That's it. That's the one.
the word.
Yeah. You see, my ventriloquist. That's it. That's it with a twist. Not shaken, just with a twist. And he gets up and starts killing people. That's strange, isn't it? That's evil. So that's Doctor Who. That's 1976, man. Oh, man. It was just like yesterday.
Thanks.
Thank you. Great question. Here we go.
I'm a huge X-Files fan, and you are in the episode as like a bagger on a
Yes.
skateboard kind of thing.
Yes.
Can you tell us about the experience of X-Files?
The whole thing happened, and they built such a small cart, and they put the fake these things, and to sit in that cart, the director would go, "Can you give me another? You're supposed to do only 40 minutes. I'll do like 2 hours. Your legs will go numb." But he didn't say much, but it looks. And he would kill with his eyes. And he was from Mumbai, comes to USA and start killing people. That's X-Files. They wanted to bring me back, but then again, the series got canceled. But then again, hey, so that's what it is, So that answers your question.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
So,
She's got a big hammer. She brought it for me.
So speaking of X-Files,
Yeah.
are you into that stuff? Do you believe in aliens and ghosts and the supernatural?
I am an alien.
Oh.
No. I did a movie, Alien, with Ridley Scott, too. I did.
Yes.
Yeah. So I
Ridley
believe
Scott.
I do, but then again, that was the best movie, the first one they did.
The first Alien.
Yeah, the first Alien, yeah. Do I believe in aliens? No. Are there some aliens? Who knows? I don't know. That's a good question. Do you?
I mean, I feel like there's got to be something else out there, right?
People say, are there people, Martians, coming out
Right.
of
Like
Mars?
how did the pyramids get built?
How did they get built?
A lot of people think that aliens helped the Egyptians.
I don't think so, man.
I said a lot.
You frickin'. What are you talking about? Jesus, man. Look, they're laughing at least. And they're going, these guys are freaking crazy. Especially him. I know I am, but yeah, I didn't know. I thought, what's his name? The pharaohs and all that. They did all that. They built all that stuff.
Yeah. So I mean, I think there's like TV shows on it called Ancient Aliens. Is that correct? Does anybody know? Ancient Aliens. So yeah. So there's shows about that. It's super fascinating. I don't know whether or not to believe it, but
That's what you were looking. That's the reason that you believe in that, do you?
Again, I'm always looking, always searching.
Yeah, you're searching at the wrong places, dude. I'm telling you that. That's fucking. Oh, I mustn't say that. All right. Any more questions?
Any more questions? That's the opposite.
Sorry,
Of
look, he said I've got enough of this garbage. He's leaving.
That's the opposite.
Thank
of
you for coming.
So I have one last question. Oh, we do have a question.
Yeah.
We do have a question.
I just thought I would ask, do you keep in touch with Tim Burton at all?
Yes, I just.
I mean, your friend.
Of course I do.
You said you help name his kid. Is that?
Look, for Tim, he's a good buddy. I could sit and talk to him. And then I just saw him on Dumbo. Invite me on the premiere. I don't know why, but they did. And I drank with him and all that. I just saw him 2-3 weeks ago. He was in LA. I'm going to go to London in July. Probably I'll see him there again. So I don't know what his next movie. I think it's going to be Beetlejuice. Count on me. I know. The reason
spoilers.
the reason I say that is going to be Beetlejuice because he's never worked with Michael Keaton since he did Batman 1 and 2, and Michael Keaton was in Dumbo.
Yes.
So he's going to do Beetlejuice, I think. My opinion. So
I didn't even know if there was Beetlejuice rumors, so I'm stoked.
oh, there's a lot of
Well,
Jews
there are
and
now.
there's a lot of Beatles and a lot of Jews. There's a lot of rumors there. So I know. So
My last question is:
Yeah,
so when
last-
fans, when they bring you merchandise to sign, or you have your 8x10s, what do people recognize you from the most? Do you think?
the photographs. No, no, I'm sorry. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
That's such a great answer.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. All of the majority of it. There's not just I'm the luckiest guy. I am. I've done so many work with wonderful actors, producers, directors, and done so many movies. Much more to come. And I enjoy. I think entertainment industry is the greatest business, in my opinion. And not only that, I want to rap a song which I wrote.
Oh.
And
yes.
I will.
All right.
And I want to, but I want to rap. I'll go quickly, but I don't want to do because he's recording and if somebody can steal it. Is the camera on?
Yes.
Can you switch the camera off?
I have no control over that camera.
But I'm not going to sing then. Ah, it's called Ambition, which I wrote. I'm going to rap it. I'm going to go quickly. Then you're going to go, oh yeah, oh yeah, I got to add that. You know, but it's called ambition, ambition, ambition. You got to have ambition. A man must plan to what he can, make something of his life. You got to build a future, one that will suit you. No hesitating. Someone gets there while you're waiting. It's an illusion to live in seclusion. I'll make my pile and I'll live in style. Now, in my opinion, I'm going to make $1 million. Half the nation fussing me, the other half are cussing me. So goodbye, guys. Goodbye. I hate leave you, but we have to part. That's ambition. And on that end, and on that note, I think I'm going to end here because I wish you got...
I think that's a good spot to end.
I think you guys have been amazing. And life is wonderful. Each and every one of you are amazing. Thank you for coming and listening to me. God bless each and one of you. Thank you.